Hello, friend. Here we are again. Time for our yoga practice. It's morning where I am, so good morning. Let's start with just breathing at the top of our mat. Focus on breathing in. Focus on breathing out. That's it. Find your breath. Let's set some intention. What is it that we need from ourselves? What can we ask from ourselves today? And how are we going to help ourselves? Find your breath. Focus on your breath. Start to shut everything else out. Let's go ahead and reach up, breathe in, all the way tall. Slowly drag your palms down to heart center into a prayer. Let's do that again. Breathe in, arms all the way up, reach all the way up. Slowly drag your thumbs to heart center. Always stay with your breath. Let's do it one more time, all the way up. Maybe reach back, tiny little standing back bend. Let's reach forward, but try to keep your hips straight up. Go ahead and drop your left hand and reach your right arm all the way over. Both hands to center again. Let's do the other side. We really just want to move our spine in all 6 directions, get everything warmed up. Open and twist to the left. Breathe in, back to center. Breathe out, twist open to the right. This is a great way to start any practice to warm up. Bring your hands back to heart center, find your breath. Reach up, rise up, plug your fingertips into the sky. Let's go ahead and mini back bend again. And back to center. Reach forward. Let's bend just the top of your back across your shoulder blades. And all the way back up to center. Let's go over to the left side again. Drop your left hand, reach your right arm all the way up and over. And let's exhale back up to center. Inhale over to the right, drop that right arm, reach your left arm all the way up and over. Try to keep the balance even on your feet. And exhale back up to center. Inhale. And drag your hands back to heart center. Reach up, rise up, really taking our time. Let's go ahead and swan dive down to our first forward fold. If this is your first forward fold of the day, keep your knees a little bent. Let's stretch our lower back a little bit, find our breath. No rush. Inhale up to flat back. Drop your shoulders. Relax. Exhale all the way back to plank. Really keep your core tight. Your Uddiyana Bandha. Let's lower down to Chaturanga. Stay here for just a second. Complete our breath and let's inhale all the way up to up dog. If you're not there yet, maybe just a mini cobra. Let's take it all the way back to down dog. This is my first down dog of the day, so I'm really focusing on the posture. Not pushing too hard. Driving my heels down. Looking up to my belly button. Just breathe. This is your safe zone always in any practice. Let's bend our knees, slowly make our way up to the top of our mat. Inhale up to flat back. Exhale down to forward fold. Maybe grab your heels and pull a little bit. Let's go ahead and inhale, reverse swan dive when we come up. Exhale our hands down to heart center. Breathe in, hands all the way up. Exhale down to your forward fold. Inhale up to flat back. Exhale back to plank. Inhale up to up dog. Exhale back to down dog. This is our basic sun salutation A foundation of a lot of my flows. Very easy to add things or take things away depending on how you feel. Let's go ahead and breathe in back up to our top of our mat, up to a flat back. Exhale down to a forward fold again. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up, reach up, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do it again. Breathe in, reach all the way up. Do this on your own breath. Forward fold. Flat back. Exhale back to plank. Breathe in all the way up to up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Stay in down dog for as long as you need. This is the place for you to reset, find your breath. Remember your intention that you set today. What are we asking of ourselves? What are we letting ourselves get away with? Back up to the top of your mat. Breathe in up to a flat back. Maybe put your hands on your shins. Exhale back down to our forward fold. Really tuck your chin. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Reach up, rise up, stretch your whole body. Exhale down to prayer. Reach up, rise up, inhale real big. Now we're going to exhale down into chair. Keep your arms right next to your head, biceps right by your head, fingertips pointing straight out, nice straight back. Uddiyana Bandha, really engage that core, bend your knees. Let's breathe, focus on your breath. I'm going to do 5 breaths here. Now let's go ahead and exhale down to forward fold. Inhale up to flat back, you know it. Exhale down to plank. Maybe take a nice inhale, pause here. Exhale down to chaturanga. Or maybe hold plank. Maybe we hold plank for 5 breaths. After your 5 breaths in plank, go ahead and exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. We're going to step our right leg up to warrior 1. Arms up, a tiny little back bend. Keep that right leg bent, knee over your ankle. Your back leg is slightly turned at a 45 degrees. Seal in that pinky edge of your foot. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. Exhale back down to downward facing dog. Or plank if you want to do another vinyasa in between. That's up to you. Step your left leg up. Turn out your back foot. Inhale all the way up. Keep your knee over your ankle. Bend down as far as you can go, as far as you feel comfortable. We're just starting off, so don't hold yourself to too high of a standard. This is your practice. Remember your breath. And exhale back down to plank. We're going to do our Vinyasa Flow here. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. I usually like 3 breaths in down dog, but this is your practice. You do what you want. Really focus on your breath. Bend your knees, make your way up to the top of your mat. Inhale up to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up into a chair. We're going to stay in chair for 5 breaths again. You want your big toes to be very close together. Really engage your core. Tuck in your belly button. Arms straight, biceps by your ears, shoulders relaxed. Just breathe. Inhale all the way up. Reach up, rise up. Exhale your hands down to heart center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down to chair again. Biceps by our ears. Great posture. Bend as deep as you need to bend. Uddiyana Bandha. Keep your core very tightly engaged. Find your breath. Remember how powerful you are. Remember what you're asking of yourself. Exhale down to forward fold. Inhale up to flat back. Brace yourself on your shins if you'd like. Exhale back to plank. We're going to go over to side plank now. Inhale up to side plank. You're on your right hand. Your left hand is reaching up to the sky. On the edge of your foot, breathe. Focus on your balance. Focus on your core. And just breathe. If you want to put your bottom leg down for a supported side plank, that's okay as well. Exhale back down to plank. Inhale up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale up to warrior 1. Exhale to warrior 2. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 5 breaths. Focus on your breath. And breathe in. Exhale back to warrior 1. Swing those arms up. Exhale again back to plank. Breathe into up dog. Breathe out to down dog. Breathe in your left leg forward up to warrior 1. Breathe out to warrior 2. Stay here 5 breaths. Breathe in. Focus on your breath in. Exhale. Feel yourself completely exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in up to warrior 1. And exhale back to plank. Breathe in to up dog. Breathe out to downward facing dog. Remember your intention. Remember your breath. This is your safe zone. If you need to skip a flow and stay here or even go down to child's pose, I encourage it. This is your flow. Let's breathe in up to the top of our mat, all the way up to flat back, shoulders nice and back. Exhale to forward fold. Breathe in up to a chair, nice tight core. Arms up, shoulders relaxed. Big toes almost touching. 5 breaths, remember? Hopefully you're keeping count of your breaths. It helps you to focus on breathing. Now let's go ahead and exhale all the way up. Hands to heart center. Take a couple breaths. Let's breathe in all the way up. Reach up, rise up. Exhale back down to chair. You're so strong. You feel that fire. Use that fire. Remember how strong you are. Remember all of the great things that you've ever done. Breathe in. Let's go ahead and exhale down to forward fold. Breathe in up to flat back. Exhale back to plank. Let's go over to the other side plank now. You're on your left arm. Right arm is reaching up to the ceiling. You're on the pinky's edge of your left foot. Really, really lift that right hip up to the ceiling the best you can. Just focus on your breath. You're so strong. You're doing great. Exhale back down to plank. Let's do our Vinyasa Flow. Inhale to up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward up to warrior one. Really push yourself. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Let's go ahead and turn towards the side of our mat. Reach, keep our legs spread open and just forward fold. Wide leg, forward fold. Maybe reach back a little bit, pull yourself. Always stay close to your breath. Keep breathing. And stay here for just a couple breaths. Just focus on breathing. Let your head hang. Go ahead and start to come up. Breathe up to a flat back, wide leg, flat back. And let's go ahead and bend our legs and get down into a nice yoga squat. Our hands are at prayer center. Legs are bent, wide stance. Toes are pointing to the side corners of our mat. Breathe. Feel that fire inside. Let's go ahead and inhale all the way up, reach up, rise up. And we're going to exhale back over to warrior two, right leg forward, warrior two. Inhale up to warrior one. And then we're going to exhale back to plank. Vinyasa flow if you want to. Skip it if you do. All the way back to downward facing dog. Breathe in our left foot forward. Reach up to warrior one. Exhale into warrior two. Breathe in, straighten your front leg. Turn towards the right side of your mat now. Let's go ahead and just wide leg forward fold on the right side of your mat. Reach back. We're going to stay here for a few breaths, so focus on your breath. Let yourself fold forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay here with your body in this moment right now. Nothing else matters except for this practice right now. Go ahead and breathe in and get into our yoga squat just like we did on the other side. Up to flat back, down into your yoga squat. And we're going to stay in a yoga squat for a while. So breathe again, focus. This kind of endurance is fantastic for our confidence. It helps to build us and remind how strong we are. Reach all the way up. Let's go ahead and get back into our warrior two. Left leg forward. Breathe in, arms all the way up to warrior one. And breathe out, back to our vinyasa flow. Plank. Breathe in to up dog. Really look back. Exhale back to down dog. Really drive those heels down. Look up to your belly button. Tuck your chin down to your chest. Relax your shoulders. Get them out of your ears. Stay here for just a couple breaths. If you want to wiggle around and find any natural movement that feels good to you, please. Let's breathe in up to the top of our mat, up to flat back. Go ahead and exhale to a nice, well-earned forward fold. Breathe in, reach up, rise up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Let's stay here for just a couple breaths. Let's reflect on how well we're doing. Go ahead and breathe in, reach up. Back down to chair. I know, I'm sorry. You're doing great. Just breathe here for 5 breaths and drop it all the way down to your boat position. So from a chair, keep going all the way down until we get into a boat position. That is your butt on the mat. Your shins are lifted up parallel to the floor. Your arms can be at heart center. Your arms can be out to the side. But you're creating a V with your body. Exhale all the way down to low boat. Just your butt is touching. Your heels are just a few inches off the ground. Keep your core engaged. Breathe. Let your body have an organic movement with your breath. Back up to boat. 5 breaths at boat, 5 breaths at low boat. Your core has been getting ready for this moment for the whole practice. You're so strong. Keep breathing. Let's go ahead and exhale back down to low boat. Core engaged. Try to keep your belly button as tucked in as possible. Breathe, you're doing great. Now relax all the way down. Fully relax. Maybe bring your knees up. Give yourself a little hug. Tuck your chin. Curl yourself into a little ball for a second. Focus on your breath. Give yourself a hug. Keep breathing. You're doing great. Maybe you want to sway side to side and give your lower back a little massage. I love this position. It just feels so comforting. After working with our core, I really like just curling up into a ball. Really helps me to come in contact with myself again and feel the work that I've just done. Have a moment of gratitude here for how strong we are and how capable we are. Let's put our feet back on the ground, knees up still. Rock our knees back and forth. Arms are down by our side, palms are down on the ground. Let's take our right leg and cross it over our left. Put our heel on our knee. We're going to reach through that little hole and pull on our left knee. Try to keep as much of your back in contact with your mat as possible and just stay here. If just grabbing your knee is enough, stay there. If your hips are much more open, maybe you want to kick your foot up into the air and add a little hamstring variation here as well. This is a supine figure 4, so we're laid back with a figure 4, but we've extended our foot. Now we're grabbing our ankle and we're pulling that down. That way we're working our figure 4 and our hamstring at the same time. Go ahead and put your legs back down. Take a second, stretch your right leg. Reach your left leg now up into the air. Cross it over your right knee, ankle, left ankle on your right knee. Reach through, grab your right knee, pull it up, figure 4. And if you want the added variation, go ahead and extend your right foot, grab your right ankle and pull it down. Your left foot should be very close to your face. Hopefully you have clean feet. Go ahead and take as many breaths as you feel comfortable. If you're comfortable in your figure four, stay in your figure four. Go ahead and release. Exhale all the way down. Left leg up. Stretch it for just a second. Place it back on your mat. Rock back and forth for a second if you want. Bring both of your knees up. Extend your arms all the way out like wings and drop both of your knees to your left side. A little twist. A supine twist because we're laying down. Maybe look over to the opposite side of your knees. Give your neck a little stretch. And just breathe. I want you to breathe into your side body. Imagine sending all your inhale to exactly where you feel the stretch. And just breathe. Focus on your breath. Focus on your body. Focus on this moment right now. You are a powerful person who's made a great decision to take care of yourself and love yourself. Now is the moment to reflect on that and feel proud of yourself. You're an amazingly strong person. Let's go ahead and slowly bring ourselves back to center. Maybe we want to rock back and forth a little bit. Maybe moving our hips in a little bit of a U shape back and forth. When you're ready, I want you to drop your knees all the way over to the right side with your breath. I've learned that if we keep both of our shoulder blades down, if we focus on keeping our shoulder blades down, the stretch is a little bit further up your back. And if you let that outer shoulder blade lift up just a little bit, you'll feel that stretch shift. So play with that just a little bit. Keep your shoulder blades down for a couple breaths and slowly let your hips pull your shoulder blade up a little bit and feel the variation in the stretch. Feel how incredibly flexible your body is. Feel how incredibly versatile our body is and how beautiful our bodies are and how perfect your body is exactly like it is. This is your practice. Remember, what are you asking of yourself? Let's bring our legs back to center. Keep our knees bent. Rock back and forth on our lower back, massaging those muscles that we just stretched. Focusing on our breath, focusing on the love that we have for our bodies. Now we're going to straighten our left leg and go ahead and drop your right knee over to the other side. So very similar to what we just did, except our left leg is straight and our right leg is now crossing over onto the other side. So a different variation of a supine twist. This should feel a little different than it did on the other side. More elongated. You should feel this stretch going up and down your spine a little bit more. Again, I want you to play with having your shoulder blade fixed to the ground a little bit and maybe dropping your shoulder down and feeling your knee come up a little bit. Come back to center. Again, rock back and forth and go to the other side. Straighten your right leg, bend your left knee and cross it over to the other side. Stay here and just breathe. Just focus on recovery. Focus on your intentions. Remind yourself how strong you are. This practice is completely yours and yours alone. I'm just here to walk you through it so you can think just a little bit less. Come back to center. Let's put our legs down just a little bit. Feet completely flat to the ground. And go ahead and let your knees just open up like a book. The closer you bring your heels to your body, the less of a stretch you're going to feel. So if your heels are really close and it doesn't really feel like very much, slowly start to spread them out. And we're going to stay here for quite a while. This is your time to really reflect and meditate and focus. Maybe you want to put your hands up above your head. Find a mudra that you really like to hold. And hold that mudra above your head. And breathe in and breathe out. This is your time to focus on breathing. Let's stay here for maybe 10 breaths. Hopefully you have some music going. Otherwise, just enjoy the silence. We don't get a lot of quiet time in our life, so just breathe. When you're ready, maybe use your hands to support your legs, to close your legs. Put your knees back together. Back and forth. Rock your knees back and forth. Slowly extend your feet all the way out. And let's go ahead and find our final pose here. Our final Shavasana. I want you to focus on an energy starting at your feet and slowly flooding your body up to your ankles. Feel the energy wrapping around you. It's rising up to the lower part of your shins now. Every breath in and out, it continues to rise and consume you. This loving, beautiful energy that you've created is getting closer to your knees now. Slowly moving up, washing over you. It's just above your knees now. I want you to continue to let this energy wash over you until it's all the way to your head and out your fingertips. Thank you for your practice today. Thank you for joining me in such a spiritual and beautiful moment. I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are. Namaste.